All right, we're live.
We're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, guys. I'm Ryan Wright.
And I am Jerry.
Today, we're going to check out the world premiere trailer for Preacher. Yeah, imagine the Preacher talks like this. He's a creepy motherfucker, that one.
Well, is
My
Jesse
name's
Custer
Jesse
himself creepy, though?
No, he's not. That's not at all how he sounds. They got the duo that we expected. Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg. That's who we expected to adapt this. And now we're here.
I'm excited, actually. They seem like an interesting duo
Yeah,
to do this. I don't expect them to put their, like super bad style spin on it, but they seem like they're interested.
They're
in
good with genre.
They're part of this wave of comedians now who are interested in doing stuff that's a little more outside.
I would say their work is inspiring to me too. Like Edgar Wright likes to do genre comedy, and I feel like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, with their lineup of This Is the End is kind of like an apocalyptic comedy or horror comedy. Pineapple Express, which is like an action stoner movie. Yeah. And then they did The Green Hornet, which didn't get the best feedback, but that in itself was a different kind of movie. And I feel like they could totally add that R-rated flair to Preacher, because Preacher's an aggressive fucking
as hell.
Yeah, it's an aggressive, dirty fucking comic with a weird dark humor to it.
And BDSM cop.
I feel like they could do it. There he is.
What do you want, kid?
What do you want, kid?
It's about my dad. I want you to hurt him.
You know it's a sin just to ask me that.
I know. People said before you were a preacher, you did things.
How hurt you want him? How far to go? Problem is, your daddy's a big fella. He's gonna fight back. Things will escalate. That's what these things do. They escalate. Violence makes violence. Makes nothing much at all.
Preacher! Enough!
Almost done, Sheriff.
Oh, no.
Is that what you want, kid? Jesus, what kind of a preacher are you?
Oh, shit.
It feels more grounded than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot more out there,
I'm curious about, I mean, like, this is a very now sort of trailer.
Exactly.
This may be just me reading my hopes and dreams into it, but like it almost seems like this is hiding something that's a little more flavored and a little more wacky.
I was totally getting that vibe.
Yeah.
Watching it the whole time, I'm like, okay, I get what they're doing. It's the first trailer. They're providing like the serious, intense tease at the tone of the violence and stuff. But I feel like a second trailer could really do this good justice. And it totally looks like an AMC show.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like AMC.
It's like if AMC crashed into the El Rey network.
In a way, yeah. I can totally see that.
In a good way. It's not like exactly what I was expecting from the tone, and that kid is in Wet Hot American Summer.
I wasn't expecting it to be so serious, and they didn't even really show us, like, is it going to have, like, the angels and the demons and stuff? I'm not really getting, I didn't get a supernatural vibe at all from this, or, religious type of supernatural vibe.
Well, I don't remember how crazy, like creaturey the show gets, or if it gets really like.
But he's
the book.
His whole history, though, is he's the son of Genesis, though.
Well, yeah. See, it's been so long since I've read it, so it's like I didn't remember it being like a super fantasy. Like it seemed like it was more sort of a grungy, nihilistic Earth version.
Totally, and it was fucking brutal too. What I'm getting a vibe of is like the sick, sinister type of personalities out there. That's what I'm really picking up on, which is cool. I don't feel like there's a really unique hook yet that they've shown us.
Yeah,
other than the fact that he's a preacher who's kind of like, he's like a rebellious preacher or some shit. Like,
well, he's you know your sort of paradoxical preacher,
Yeah.
where he's like he's not a good guy, but he's kind of. But I mean that's a
But
good.
he wants
that
to be
makes
a
sense
good
for
guy.
this character because he's both pure good and evil.
I would say the trailer did a really good job at depicting the preacher character himself, Jesse Custer.
Yeah, you know, I mean it's very sparse. Yeah, I'll get excited when I see something else.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's like all the stuff we've come to expect from a hard-hitting, you know, cable show. It's here's some intensity interspersed with really violent violence.
The one thing that's kind of letting me down about what I saw was I'm not getting the special touch of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg being behind this.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that this trailer doesn't have
There's
a
no-
ton
yeah,
of right now.
there's
is
not a
the-
lot of
is
personality
What is
to
your
it.
what is your personality? Like that's what I'm wondering now. It's like I know what your pulp content is going to be roughly,
Yeah.
but what is your personality?
Great way to put it. Very well worded.
Thank you.
God, you're sexy with your language.
You know, I've picked up some words.
I love to fuck your mouth.
Don't do that without my express written permission and the permission of the NFL. I feel like we need to stop complaining that a teaser trailer didn't show us the entire story. If you know enough to know what Preacher is, then why do you care?
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be pissed off when they see this trailer because they're going to be like hardcore Preacher fans. Preacher is more than just the character, it's the world.
Oh, yeah,
and,
I mean,
and
it's
that's
not
what
your-
I felt like we weren't. I mean, it's called Preacher, so I guess if you're appealing to a demographic or like an audience who doesn't know, because they're not as Preacher is not as big of a comic as like a Marvel character that we get in movies now, you know?
It's a more pulpy, more sort of cult comic.
Yeah.
I don't know, changing major plot points around, like, yeah, you want to know if they're going to do that, but especially for a teaser for a show like this, I feel like the more important thing is for them to show you the tone.
I still feel, though, that Preacher is not... It seems like they're moving at a pace like The Walking Dead moves at. I don't feel that when I read the comic, though.
I don't know, I get a From Dusk Till Dawn vibe from this in terms of, like, the pacing of the show.
In terms of
The
pacing
Dusk Till
of...
Dawn show kind of takes its time, but it still gets pulpy, and like that's kind of what this feels like. Whereas Walking Dead is like a drama, and then occasionally zombies come.
I think they should... The next trailer, they gotta release more personality, and they gotta show some of the angel and demon shit. That's a big thing that I think a lot of people are gonna want to get something of. Or at least, like...
At least a promissory that it'll show.
An outlandish, dirty Southern personality is... It's like, when I read Preacher, and then I hear Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are gonna do it, I'm like... You know what? Some people might think that's an unorthodox choice, but I could see how it could work.
Well, yeah, and
right now
it
seems like they're just trying to do what other shows have already done.
Well, AMC is trying to. I mean, you know, they're thinking about their marketing machine and what works and all that stuff. And you know, AMC has had some flop shows, so I'm sure they want to market this to look kind of like whatever their successful show.
Yeah,
is.
that's true. Like what I was saying earlier, like you got to appeal to a much bigger demographic now than just the comic fans.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is like I like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg on this because you know it's an interesting choice to me. It's like they must have cared to get this made because you know I mean it's not the most marketable property. I think that little tag on the end with I always forget his name, the Irish guy. That little tag on the end suggests to me that there will probably be some quippy dialogue and some fun rhythm because that character's around a lot in the book, like you know it.
Yeah, because my biggest issue so far, it's like I get it's a teaser trailer. Like I was even watching the trailer for The Martian today.
Yeah.
And I was like, this trailer's a lot more serious than the movie actually is. I get an impression that this show will probably be a lot more fun. I'm hoping it will be. I hope, because this trailer, to me, doesn't even convey the personality of the comic. Preacher has like that, like vampires and shit. Like one of his buddies is a vampire.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Irish guy?
It might be, yeah. It's like I said, I read this when I was like 13.
I read this many years ago
It's
too.
been a long time. Yeah, I should. Like I wanna revisit, and this will probably give me the juice I need to do it. But yeah, I mean, you know, this teaser is certainly missing a lot of stuff.
I could give you the juice you need.
Please don't give me the juice.
I could give you the juice you need.
It. My skin is fine. Again, I'm just curious to see because, you know, AMC, they've had some difficulty between their showrunners and their, you know, producers. I don't know. At this point, like, it's a teaser and you can tell the beats. It's like, we drew from this one intense scene where somebody's making a challenging request and then we're gonna intersplice, you know, violence and stuff. Like, it's a trailer I've seen so many times that it's like, I'm almost like, okay, and like, let's see something different.
Now, with preconceived notions being put to the side finally for me, I do gotta say, Really cool monologue. I did like the monologue.
Yeah.
It's like if I had never heard of Preacher or read the comic, I would have seen this and been like, that show does look pretty cool, actually. Not like enough for me to be like, I have to tune in, but I'm willing to check it out.
This is an okay teaser in the sense that it's like, I'm interested in seeing more. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you've got my attention, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not like, I gotta see this now, because, like, the Evil Dead teaser, or the Evil Dead trailer they released is like, ah ha ha, like, I get what's going on. And this is sort of like, I'm interested, let's see what else you got.
AMC tends to get good DPs, and I think the cinematography looks pretty good too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that this show will look great.
That's where it kind of reminded me of the look of The Walking Dead too. Was the way it's DP'd.
Well, and even Breaking Bad has that too, where
True.
it's just like, look at how much desolate landscape there is. Like, look how tiny these people are in relation to their environment. Yeah,
True.
I guess it's like
Fucking AMC.
they do like that.
AMC.
They do like dusty places.
AMC, well, they actually are sponsoring this video. And a lot of people don't know what AMC stands for.
Yeah.
It stands for
All My Children.
American Mother's Cunt. The biggest cunt who was an American mother formed AMC. Now we get great shows like Breaking Bad, Walking Dead.
AMC's been a thing
Killing.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
What took her so long?
I don't know. I mean, it's just her cunt had to produce some amazing content. Or content. I just read AMC and I wanted to say the word cunt.
I know
Anyway,
you did.
guys, if you're new to the channel,
Any
you can
excuse.
click this button today and subscribe and become a reject teacher.
Ooh, but now it sounds like a reject teacher. Like you were a shitty teacher and now you're rejected from the teachers union.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Mata?
Oh, he's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
Spend too much time flexing your biceps as a third grade teacher, my friend. It's the wrong thing to do to kids. Reasons to Jerry and Dank Ass Stubs are playlists on this channel hosted by said Jer Bear. And yeah, let's do a shout out to a motherfucker. Jonathan Holly. Hey, Ryan. I've been watching your channel for about a year now. Great stuff. I was wondering if you could give me a shout out to my YouTube channel. Super12058. He has a channel trailer.
Oh man, channel trailer, let's do this.
We're gonna do a reaction for you.
Oh,
That's
wow.
your shout out.
This is so mad.
You like After Effects?
Don't say.
That's pretty
What
badass.
the fuck is your channel about? You call it a channel trailer? I have no fucking clue what your channel's about. All I saw was a guy who likes to mess with his editing program.
I mean, they looked like they were gonna have a battle or something.
It was one guy.
Yeah, but in many forms. You don't know the story. What if the story is like they're all clones, and they're tasked with being this sort of.
I don't know. Look, dude, this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm jealous that he's really good at making effects in his videos and doing shit I have no clue how to do. Trust me, that is not interfering with my judgment of the channel trailer.
Okay.
Fuck you, man.
I totally accept.
Fuck you, man.
I was wrong. I take it back, man.
Yeah.
Can you forgive me?
Yeah. You know why they call me Ryan Right?
Why?
Because you're Ryan Wrong. Yeah, dude. That was a cool.
badass channel
That was a cool
trailer.
channel trailer, man. I feel like you're up to some good things. You have the equipment and content to be able to put something together. So stay persistent, stay consistent, and I'm gonna be insistent that you stay that way.
A
Okay?
little micro rap there.
And stay black. Being black's great. I've done it before.
Have you?
Yeah, I had this magic
really?
marker.
Oh,
and
no.
I just
Oh,
colored.
no.
That's a joke just for the black subs. They know I'm just fucking around, brother.